there, welcome to Team Talk Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about the secrets of good team delegation. Now, this is a hot, juicy topic for all my clients, right? And for all the people that are looking to build out those epic teams. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Erin, creator of the Hire, Train, Delegate method and founder of this Building Epic Teams Facebook group. So I'm super excited you're here today to talk about team delegation. Let me give you a little bit of backstory about why team delegation became so important to me. I was once upon a time a VA. That's actually one of the first tasks I did when I came into the online space. I started as a VA for people. I actually started as a blogger, but then I quickly moved over to a VA, and people were asking me to do tasks all the time. So fast forward a couple years, and I ended up being an online business manager. And as an online business manager, I quickly realized what the problems in the online team building industry were. First, the VAs are always trained to work with the owners, right? They go through training courses upon training courses of like, this is how you work with your owner. I took them myself, so I know this is true. But the problem is that the owners are never really well equipped to work with the VAs. So when I started Hire, Train, Delegate, that was one thing I knew I had to remedy, because what happens is people get phenomenal VAs on their team, but then they're letting them go because they think they have a team problem or they think they're a bad manager. But in reality, they just don't have the proper system set up to support the team and to delegate correctly. So that became the method. That became one of the key methods behind Hire, Train, Delegate, is that we go in and we teach our clients how to become good delegators. And people come to me all the time and say, but Erin, I'm not a good manager. So what they end up doing, they go and hire an OBM, they go and hire a DOO, they go and hire an integrator because they're so sure that they aren't able to manage a team. But here's the problem. Even those people, if you are a business owner, you still have to manage those people, right? Because it's still your business. So what happens is they still come back and say, I'm not a good manager, right? They still feel like they don't know what's getting done at the end of the week. They don't know what's going on. Sorry, there's a little storm. It's a little stormy here today. So that's what happens. They come to me and they're like, I'm not a good manager. I obviously need an OBM. No, or a DOO, or all those words. What you obviously need to do first is learn how to manage your people, because how are you going to grow a business to 7 or 8 figures if you don't know how to manage people to start with? And it's really not hard like people think it is. It's really not. Decent humans make good managers, right? So you just have to be a decent human and then have the systems to support you. So that's really what we have done with the delegation portion of our program. So I want to talk to you today about why delegation is important and what it looks like for us. So people will come to me and they'll say, I have a team problem. I have X number of people on my team. I get to the end of the week. Nothing feels like it's getting done. And look, I get that. I understand what that looks like, because I've had lots of clients come to me and say, well, I had great VAs. They were highly recommended. But at the end of the week, it's like we're sitting here wondering what happened, what finished. Did they get any work done? It doesn't look like it, right? So what the problem was is you didn't have the appropriate delegation systems in place. So now, on the flip side of that, now when our clients do have those delegation systems in place, I have clients coming to me who are saying, I've had $40,000 weeks because I took entire systems out of my business and I just handed it off. Organic marketing is a great example, right? Because I don't know if you're like me. It's funny. I'm heavy on this right now because I'm hiring someone right now to do lead gen for me. My current VA is maxed out with, she helps us hire. So I'm hiring a lead gen specialist onto our team because I don't want to do my own organic marketing, right? My marketing looks like me, sounds like me, acts like me, but 90% of the time, my marketing is not me. It's going to be somebody else. So that's why organic marketing is one great place, a system that you can just totally hand off. And I have clients come back to me and they're like, oh, because I could do this, they could increase client capacity, they could bring in more revenue, they have more time with their families. All those things we really want as entrepreneurs happen because we keep good delegation systems and phenomenal teams in place. But one without the other is really, really hard to pull off, right? So what does a good delegation system look like? There's really 3 parts to it. The first part is what I call the confident delegation system. That's what I call it, which is just the all-encompassing thing. But what that really is a task management system. So now, do you have a task management system in your business? That's a question I want to ask everyone. If you do, what does your task management system look like? Now, this could look like Asana, Trello. Those are the programs, the pieces of tech that we've learned to use for task management, right? But that's not always a guarantee that you have a good system in place. Lots of people come to me with that they have those pieces of tech, but they don't have the system in place to actually run the piece of tech. So that's what I'm talking about. You want to have a confident delegation system or task management system in your business. So that task management system would look like something that where everyone knows exactly what goes on in their business at all in the business at all times, where things are thorough, work is assigned out quickly, the review process is handled well. There's a feedback loop all along, which feeds into my second thing you really need, which is your team communication system. So if you have a great task delegation system and everybody's getting their tasks, so everybody knows what to do, they have these tasks that are super built out, they're really good, you can see exactly what to do, but then there's no team communication system, that second part becomes a breakdown, right? Because what happens? What's a symptom of a poor team communication system? Work not getting done like you thought it would at the end of the week, work being done poorly. Team members who suddenly quit on you, that'll be a symptom of a bad team communication system, right? Because they get overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. They feel like they're not doing a good job for you. So they will quit. They will walk out on you if, hopefully not walk out. Hopefully they'll give a notice. But if your team communication system is in breakdown mode, then you will see some very big symptoms of that. And that's a lot of the problem when people come to me and they're like, she just didn't do what I asked to do. Well, you didn't maybe create the environment in your business of communication to where that person felt like that was okay to come ask you for help or for clarity or things like that. So your team communication system needs to be very dialed in. And we have several ways that we make sure that that's accomplished, checkpoints, stopping points set up, that we make sure that team communication is super dialed in. And the third thing is your playbook. Now, you hear me say that I talk about Super Bowl level teams all the time, right? Like, we're trying to all achieve a Super Bowl level moment in our business. That might look like standing on a stage in front of millions of people. That might look like margaritas on a Tuesday on a beach. That might look like eating dinner with your family every night. I don't know what your Super Bowl moment is, but a Super Bowl team requires a Super Bowl level playbook, right? And so in this playbook is what becomes the hub for your people to know what to do and what goes on in your business, right? Another word for that would be SOPs. Nobody really likes that word because it's like yucky word, right? But we have a pretty cool system where we do it that makes it easy on the business owner. But so that hub, training manual, SOPs, however you want to, playbook, whatever you want to call it, is an integral part of you actually being able to delegate to your team. That's the piece that means that your business looks like you, sounds like you, and acts like you, even when it's not you, right? Those are the templates you've built out and the processes and all the things so that your team knows exactly what to do when, right? So we've delegated it out in the task delegation system. We've created open communication so that they can always get feedback and reviews and they feel comfortable and confident in their work. They really feel empowered with that communication, right? And then the third thing is we have that playbook for them. We have that so that they know exactly how to do the task that you've assigned, right? Because a task thrown out into the universe is just a task. They don't know how to do it, but you've really given very detailed instructions in your playbook. And those are the things that we help our clients build out so that we can take those teams to Super Bowl level without overwhelming the client, right? Because you can't get your team to Super Bowl level achievement on your own. It just isn't possible. So you have to learn to become a confident delegator, and that'll take all your fears away too, right? Like, I'm not a bad manager, whatever. That's almost never true. That's almost never true. You just have to be a good human to be a good manager. So let you set those fears aside right away. So what does that look like is in part of our program? Yes, team delegation is an important piece. But before we get to that team delegation piece in our program, we make sure that we have phenomenal hires on board. We hire those A teams that are really ready to take your team, your business to the next level. And we also train them for success. So we're always training so that they know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it. All that comes into play. And then we delegate out entire pieces of your business, right? So you are only focusing on those top level strategies, those things that are really taking you to the next level. So if you want to know more, reach out to one of us. We have email team@erinpersinger.com. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, all the places. And it's hiretraindelegate.com. We will be more than happy to hop on a quick call with you and see if you're a fit for our program. If not, I would love to even just hear about your delegation, how you use delegation, and what system you use in your business. So that's it for me today. I'll talk soon. Hope everybody has a phenomenal week.